gentlemen, and welcome to episode 1 of the Boardroom Podcast. Today we have two special guests on my right, but first, before we get there, I'm John Guinea, your host. On my left, we have Brandon, we have Jameer, we have Levi, we have Ethan, Evan, Tim, and our two special guests for tonight, we have Teddy and Hannah. Round of applause for our special guests, everybody. Personally from everybody here, we would like to say thank you very much for our two special guests to show up. It's kind of great how this thing is pretty taken off. We want to thank everybody for watching, and we're gonna get right into this. So last week we ended off on a bang by talking about Marvel and its universe. Marvel and its universe for everybody here is probably our favorite universe. Is that general consensus?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
so
DC.
DC can go like jump off the bridge. It's okay. But first, I want to talk about one movie in particular that I just couldn't wrap my fingers around.
Oh, come on, Chief.
Listen,
Chief called.
Avengers: Infinity War, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know, how did Thanos click his fingers with that metal gauntlet on? Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me.
It's malleable.
It's not.
It's not malleable. It
How
was
do you
from
know?
a star.
So?
It's from a
What the
dead
hell?
star.
How the hell would it be malleable?
It's from a dying star, sir.
Don't forget that Thor, he had to turn on the reactor. He almost died.
That means
Yeah, Thor literally did.
Stormbreaker is malleable.
That it is.
Yeah. You
Yeah?
can just take that.
I don't think so, though.
Why not?
I don't really think so.
There's no.
Can you back up evidence?
Yeah, there's
Wait,
no.
wait, hold on. Wait a second. Okay. Thor Ragnarok. You remember how his sister destroyed Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thor's hammer is made from the same material
Yeah.
as the gauntlet. So why couldn't that girl just like...
Well, she's dead.
She's dead.
She's
dead
dead.
because of Ragnarok.
She's
That's the whole point.
Dead.
Lightweight died.
She's as dead as Peter Parker is dust.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. Just listen, because the reason being is if he can't click his fingers. You can't, even if it's malleable. If he clicks his fingers, it's still not going to make a sound.
But it doesn't have to make
But
a
here's
sound.
the thing,
It's
as long as
just
he does
the
the
fact that
motion,
two fingers
that's all
are
he
snapping.
needs.
It did
It's
make
There's
a
a
sound.
snapping motion. That's
When
the-
he snaps his finger, it's all of the Infinity Stones connecting together. So
Are they
That's
just
just-
banging together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
much.
the energy's
The
transferring
energy's
into a single
transferring into
spot.
his fingers. Like, it doesn't have to make a sound. It's
Like,
literally
it
just...
also doesn't have to be a snap.
Yeah, it's just that.
It doesn't have to be a snap either.
It
Okay.
just has to be
Probably
So-
come together.
is.
If we come to the consensus that it's all the stones coming together.
Yes.
Give
Yeah.
me what color is the green stone? What's the
It's
what's
green.
the time? Green is the
Kinda
time
just said,
stone.
yeah.
Time, yeah.
That's
Okay,
the one that Doctor
so-
Strange had that he gave to
So
Thanos.
if Doctor Strange gave Thanos the green time.
Yes.
Time stone?
Time
okay.
stone, yeah.
Okay. Green is a color.
It is a color, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Our guest here, Levi, is wearing a
Yes.
camo with green, and
Okay.
Brandon's wearing a kind of a Kelly green, maybe a forest green shirt.
When did I
Where are you going with this?
What are you...
Where I'm going with this is green's a color, but you know what else? What other superhero has green in their name?
Wait. Can I
Don't
just
you
point something
dare
out?
say that.
Go for it. Go
When
for it.
Thanos killed Vision, well, Scarlet killed Vision, and then Thanos used the Time Stone to bring him back to kill him again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if he could have done that with the Time Stone, why couldn't Doctor Strange do that when Quill punched Thanos?
Because he
When they
didn't
first
know
did.
about it.
Oh.
No, because he was being...
How would he know about that though?
How would
No,
Doctor
because-
Strange know about
because
how to use his own
okay.
stone?
No, but how do you know about the
Stop.
event that
Hold
happened?
on. Okay, so Doctor Strange
Doctor
had
Strange was
one of
there.
those noodle things around Thanos to hold him still, correct? So he has to use both hands to open the Eye of
Okay,
Agamotto.
no, but like, Quill punched Thanos and Thanos woke up, right? He knocked them all off, and then in the back, Doctor Strange could have just went and, reversed back to time.
Yeah, okay, but then Thanos would have been like Reality Stone. None of that shit happened. Reality
I
gotta whip
really
it.
like where that was going. But you know where else I like going?
No.
Into Adventure.
What?
Does anybody remember the late movie starring Ryan Reynolds?
Stop.
Before he did Deadpool, he did a movie called Green Lantern.
That was so
I know what you're talking about. His career started when Deadpool started.
Listen,
Have you ever seen the Amityville Horror?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I just like to point out Deadpool till he went back in time and shot
Yeah,
himself.
he shot himself.
Like the Green Lantern movie.
Probably the best decision.
Yeah.
so
what can I
technically, wait,
say?
Green Lantern didn't even happen.
It's better for everything.
It's better for everything. But I want to know coming from this side to if anybody, our special guest today, did any of you guys see the movie Green Lantern?
No.
No. How about you, Teddy?
Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
My mom said it was poo poo, so I
So I
You were
guess
blessed.
Mommy Kunkel says it's poo poo. Okay, so from all the people that do know what Green Lantern is, I want your favorite part of Green Lantern.
The ending.
Just this is
The
gonna be
ending.
this is a quick fire round.
Not
So
me.
there's no in between. I'm gonna start right now, starting with Brandon. Go.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say the ending.
The ending. Okay,
Yeah.
Jameer.
When he gets the ring when he shoots down from the sky.
Okay, Levi.
The big guy when he's going through training.
The
he
big
has
guy?
no gravity, and he goes, gravity's a.
Oh, okay. How
Once
about
the
you?
credits start, so I could leave.
Yeah. How about you, Evan?
Me, I'm kind of in the same boat as Ethan. Because once I saw those credits, I'm like, great, I paid $11 for movie.
Okay, I like it because of the origin.
The
You're
origin.
gonna get arrested.
It's an origin story.
Green Lantern.
My favorite part of Green Lantern was not going to see it
No.
because
Hey,
it
me
was
too.
it was bad. Okay, so Green Lantern, lanterns have fire, right?
Where you going?
Right?
with
It's
this?
just- it's okay.
I thought we were talking about Marvel.
We
Yeah.
are. No, we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Where you going with
Did,
this?
did anybody remember
This is possibly the worst.
the Fantastic Four?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
The original
The
Fantastic
original
Four.
one.
Yeah.
Not the new
Yeah.
one.
2005.
2005.
Yes.
This is when we were all around 5 or 6.
Kindergarten.
Okay, kindergarten.
I've watched that
Right.
every year for the past
So
12
obvious.
years.
Right. So fire. Right.
I agree with that one.
my favorite person out of the Fantastic Four, the Human
Yes.
Torch. Okay, the Human Torch is the coolest superhero ever. If
Wrong.
I had
Wrong.
no,
Wrong.
if I had the ability to instantaneously combust myself and burst into flames
I'll
and
combust
fly, you bet your speed
Can't
buds
search, no,
I'd be
November,
outta
sir.
here.
That would be pretty. That would be
No,
pretty.
It'd be pretty lit.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Bro, I'd rather
Okay.
have Invisible Girls.
No,
power.
sorry, this is too much
No.
cream
From
from
the
the.
so that she can put them inside people and make them
Honestly,
explode.
Doctor Doom
Excuse
wasn't
me,
pretty.
thing.
Wasn't too bad.
Dr. Doom wasn't
Like
too bad.
Jesus.
I'm telling you,
Wait, the
dude.
old one?
Rock
Or the
Man?
new one?
You know what? For everyone,
What's that?
if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Shape-shifting, easy.
Shapeshifting.
So now you just want to be Beast
No,
Boy.
that
Brandon.
actually seems pretty good, but no, flying.
Flying.
Oh, man.
That's dull.
Levi.
I know it is, but I like to. I like
None.
walking.
You want to stay Levi. What
You
about
want-
being able to like see the deer in the woods?
I can do that already through my.
Well,
I don't
you're
know.
a superhero then.
Alright.
John.
All right.
Levi would have the power to be less boring.
Wait, he already has the power. He's invisible.
I like being bold.
No, he's right. Tim's right. He already has the power of being invisible. We can't.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he took off his hat. I guess I should know. We don't. So my favorite superpower is just being able to fly. Could you imagine just literally just?
You wanna ask anybody
I
else?
hate to be such a basic human being,
Right?
See,
but if you were able to fly,
That's so
you wouldn't need a car.
What are you?
but no, I'm saying if I was able to shapeshift, I could shapeshift into something that can
You
fly.
can you can shapeshift into a plane.
Sure, or
But-
like a bird.
Oh, wait, why would you want to? If you were shapeshifting, you'd get 8.
Boy, turn into a
You get-
dragon.
Wait.
You get
Wait,
eight.
If I did powers, I'd probably go with being able to read minds. Because for one,
No.
I would already be depressed.
Oh,
I'm already
my
depressed
goodness.
now, so it wouldn't affect me.
Are you a
And two,
philosophy major?
no.
Oh, wait.
And
Shade.
two, it'd be
Oops,
so much
I am.
easier to date.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
But wait,
Hey, where do you
could you
want to
imagine
go?
having the power to fly and have that?
No, you only
You're-
get one.
You only get one.
have.
You only get one.
You only get one?
You
Yeah.
only get
What
one.
if you had 2?
No,
wouldn't-
No, you only get one.
I wanna
This
fall-
theoretical statement is you only have
I
one.
want to fall
It's
in
like
the
in My
same
Hero
bag.
Academia. You have one core.
You can't fly, shoot lasers, breathe frost. You can't have
This
Not
is
Superman.
Alright. This is the DC universe in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Marvel is best.
Alright, so. I'm
So, Evan, please tell us what's your favorite superhero.
just- superhero or superpower?
Power.
Superpower. I'm
If you
sorry.
had power,
I'm
what
a
would
Alright,
little
the power to be able to phase through objects.
face through.
That's actually pretty cool.
Because then I could just like phase
You'd be
through
like-
walls and everything.
you'd be
And
like
just like
Danny
stick my
Phantom.
hand in people and just phase through.
You'd be like Danny Phantom.
Pretty much, and I wouldn't fight ghosts because they go through a portal.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you just have like ghost powers. So you can just like.
I just
simply-
have ghost powers.
Now here, I have a question for you.
What's that?
If you like, say you got
So
super
pleasant.
like, you got punched or something, and you got like all lightheaded with that power, would you like, if you just shapeshifted or whatever you do, would you like sink through the earth?
I mean, that'd be.
Activate.
I mean, if I
If
activate
you
like that-
activated and you stood still, would you just like, and you wanted to, would you sink?
I mean, you could theoretically.
Or
I
like-
mean, I don't see why not.
What
How would
would
you
the
get back up?
velocity be?
Because
Like,
you
would it
just
be
be phasing
quick?
through
Well,
and
if,
you
Or
fall.
like, would it be
I
like,
think it
if
would be
you're
very
if you're
slow.
invisible, you literally have no mass.
Would
So,
it?
like,
No, I wouldn't be invisible.
Well,
I'd
I mean,
be-
if you
I'd be-
say- if you
I'd
shape-
be phasing through.
Yeah.
It'd be-
Phasing, yeah.
If you phase,
Phase.
you have no
Phase.
money.
Phases?
I feel like he gets to choose what he phases though, so like he can keep the bottom of his feet.
Yeah, like if he just
unfazed,
wanted
not
his
like
feet to
he
go
just
through a door or
stays.
something.
Wait,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
then
his
if you
feet
phase the
couldn't
bottom
go
of
through
your-
the wall.
I would
Yeah,
just
if you
feel
phase
like
the
when he steps
But-
off, he can phase the bottom
Come
of his
with
feet.
me.
That's how he can phase through.
That's a lot of
That's
phases.
a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a
Like you
lot
have to
of
concentrate
logistics.
very hard to use that power.
These are the burning questions. Because if you wanted to phase through the entire Earth and say there's no,
You just
well,
end up in Australia.
Like, go to
Why
the
would you
Like,
want
go-
to do that?
just go to
though?
Australia.
But why would you want to do that?
Why would you want to go to Australia?
No, why would you want to face through the Earth? Because I
Yeah,
don't think
but
if
why
you
would
go
you wanna
down,
go
you're gonna end up in Australia,
Why
my
would-
guy.
I would
No,
love
you
to.
would.
Australia's the bomb.
Y'all want to die?
Tim, what's your
Uh,
power?
Tower.
I would be teleporting.
Teleporting.
That's my
Better
son.
than flying, because you could. Teleporting wherever
Okay,
you
no,
can
what do
think
you?
of it.
No, it's going off a
If I could think about somewhere, I could teleport there. So boom.
That's what.
Hawaii.
So,
Wall China.
so Tim,
It's
every
like
time
flying,
every
but
time
not
you
really.
get cold, you
I
can
can
just
teleport to
teleport
Florida.
back to Florida
Exactly.
Yo,
and then
Tim,
come back to class.
Okay, what if you could only teleport places that you've been?
You're doing the fake thinking.
Big thinking.
Well,
And
I've been all
sucks.
across the East Coast, so I'm pretty fine with that.
So think about this though. If you teleport, it takes the time it would take to fly there.
That's
Like the
stupid.
time
Does it?
passes.
Or is it
No, wait,
instant?
you guys are destroying my superpower.
Yeah, the point is to instantly teleport. That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
but the
I love
teleport.
how I'm the only superpower that just got shut down. Tim,
No,
Evan
no.
says-
I don't even have a superpower. I'm saying me.
No, he has
I'm
a
not
superpower.
invisible.
I got
All right,
it.
I'm
all
not
right.
invisible.
How about Teddy? Teddy, what's your superpower?
To read.
To read?
To
Yeah.
read?
so you
We
don't know how to read?
can't
Are you
read.
illiterate?
Yeah.
He's a SIGF, it's fine.
Oh.
Damn.
Say shots fired.
Teddy's coming to college for a sports major to play sports. That's his major.
Dang.
Can we get
Yeah, I'm about to become a
camera,
fighter in about a week.
Hey,
Camera, can we get a zoom in on Teddy's hat, please? Just a zoom. That'd be
No.
great.
Why?
Wait, post,
Post.
okay.
Why?
Post production.
Why is that a thing?
It's not in our
no,
budget.
Put your hat back on.
I choose,
Put it back
choose
on.
teal.
It's
You're
your
a
national
bro.
signing day, Teddy.
You're a bro.
I didn't do that.
Look at him.
Hat
Yeah, he has the like little
Yes.
slick up. Yeah.
Hat bro.
It's just our friend Logan.
Stop.
Our friend Logan likes to wear hats just backwards. And I
It's
honestly,
the same hat.
I can't tell
the
whether
same hat every
whether
day.
he's Logan or not if he shows up to places with his hair slicked back because I just can't.
It's all about
I think that I would pick mind reading with a stipulation of I can turn it on and off. So I wouldn't want to know all the time because that would be absolutely exhausting to hear everyone's thoughts all the time.
So
Like
you'd
from,
be like
so-
our friend Ethan, but you just won't be as.
That's how the mind reading
Yeah, like I
power
won't
works.
be as depressed. I
No,
mean,
really.
I am a double
'Cause
major
my reading is
with
through eye
philosophy, so I am depressed. So,
Yeah.
She might be Sarah.
Life is beautiful.
so like I'd be a
That's
little
really
less
sweet.
depressed if I could like turn off the depression. You
Yeah.
know,
Interesting.
Great
Okay.
to
you
read.
know,
turn
like,
off my depression.
cause like I could tell that John was like, I really don't want to be talking to Hannah right now, but like,
Whoa,
talking to-
wait, it's okay. That's a topic for another time. So
Is
my
that
first segue. We mentioned today that Tim, if Tim wanted to teleport somewhere, if he got cold, he'd just teleport back to Florida. This weekend, over the weekend, we had our first snow here at Teal College. Tim, please tell me, what was it like to see white stuff that was frozen falling
So,
from the sky?
If you had a childhood, you saw the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, right?
Oh,
And
no,
if
no.
you also have a dirty mind, you looked up the parody of it.
Yo.
The is in the air, you know? So I basically turned that on and recorded it on Snapchat, and he's like, "What's this? What's this?" He's in the air. But no, I was genuinely excited.
Oh, jeez. God,
Yeah.
camera, that's...
But
It's-
we
it was-
all are meeting in the freshman quad when
Yes.
it's actually
Snowball
snowing,
fight.
and there's
Snow
going to be a
angels?
snowball fight.
and we'll go sledding.
We'll go
Yeah,
slow.
we're going to do all the
Can
snow
we use
stuff.
Tim as a sled?
Yes.
I was gonna say that.
I might tear my other ACL.
Wow. See,
Yeah,
we,
ACL club.
we're
Cool.
trying to get a budget so we can get proper B-roll of Tim's ACL break, but as you saw in the last video, we didn't have it.
I mean,
so Tim,
What's
tell
that
me,
in Celsius?
are you ready?
No one knows.
Is your body ready for stuff like that? Are you ready for it to go sub-zero
We're in
with
America.
inches upon feet of snow?
I don't want to admit to it, but no.
You're not.
No.
So
-3.
We were just at 26 or something. It was like
26
oh,
degrees.
Yeah, it's like oh, it feels like 15. I had gloves on, and my hands were
Answer
still
your
cold.
question, it's like
And I'm wearing this big poofy jacket,
Thank
and
you.
like
It makes you
Lord.
I'm
So-
still cold.
A week before fall break, and Tim comes up
Yeah.
to me and says, "Where do I buy a jacket? what kind of jacket do I need?" I literally, I pulled out my phone. We were in the middle of the hallway, and
Yeah.
I was looking up Columbia winter jackets, and
Which
I was
were
like,
expensive.
well,
They're
like,
very
I was
expensive.
They're good
showing
quality.
They're worth
examples.
it.
Very
They
good.
are
I was
very
like,
good
you can also go
quality.
to Walmart and get these things.
So I just contacted my rich aunt and be like, hey, buy me some jackets.
This is what we have to do. This is college life. We have to beg for money.
Tim.
But if you see Tim
Take one.
anywhere, he's always saying, "It's so cold."
And he's always wearing that jacket.
Always.
Yeah, this is
Bro,
my
if you
new
made the money
outfit.
for it,
I'm
might
just
as
like,
well.
yeah.
You might as well just glue it to your
It's
body.
my-
Tim, did you get that at our local Walmart here in Greenville?
Michael
Did
Kors.
you go to Walmart?
You mean the Greenville Mall?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Greenville.
honestly.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you
from
get that there?
Florida. There's it's a big city. You know, we got malls and
Florida's
movie
a
theaters.
city.
Greenville
City.
does not have a
Wow.
movie
Wait, the
theater.
entire state of Florida's a city?
Wait, really?
That's new
No.
news to me. I've been to
Yeah.
Florida before. I've seen
I said I'm
beaches.
from
Florida
city,
man
dude.
goes to the movies.
Story. One of my favorite stories. Teal College took us on a trip. We were very gracious to go on. It was a New York City trip. So we got there around 5:30 a.m. Our guest cameraman in the back is doing one of these because it was one hell of a time, ladies and gentlemen. We got
Don't
there
go.
at 5:30. Okay, 5:30 a.m. to stand in the cold in front of NBC Studios in Rockefeller Center to be on the what is it? The Today Show.
My
Yes.
mom
The
saw
Today
you
Show.
on TV.
Yeah,
I was
everybody's
the one
mom.
who said the thing.
Everybody mom saw it. It's on Teal's website. You can go look at it. But it was horrible. We were all tired. I looked. My hair was all over the place.
It's always
But
all in
we,
one
did,
day.
we jammed every part of our day into this little space, and then the rest of the day we literally had nothing to do, and people were just trying to steal things from us.
Fun fact: I never got refunded for my transportation.
Yeah, we
still.
I never did any of that.
No,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey Till, send me $15, please.
So I just wanted to say for those in the room that went, New York City is a big city.
Yeah.
So
How does that compare to the whole state of Florida? Please.
Well, there's
talk.
no crackheads, at least during the day.
Oh really?
But
Shall we go over the news
In
reports?
Florida.
Yeah, wait, in Florida or New York?
Yeah,
That's a good
Florida,
question.
New York.
in New York, there's no crackheads.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
My
yes,
bad.
okay.
Okay.
No, we're all just heroin
Well,
addicts.
where did you go?
Oh,
We went from
Did we go to
Manhattan
Queens?
We went-
to
yeah, we
like
went
the
to
top
We
of
were
Central
kind of close to
Park.
Brooklyn.
we talked about Marvel. We talked about.
We
what-
talked
Not
about
really.
DC. and
No,
talked
we
about
talked. We
Twin
talked.
Towers.
We talked a little bit
All
about
we
Marvel.
said about
not
Marvel
really.
was
We talked
Ryan
about
Reynolds
how Green
played
Lantern sucked.
Green Lantern, and we immediately switched to DC. We never once actually talked about.
Well, hold on, Chief. You
Little-
just said Marvel and Green
Infinity
Lantern.
No,
and
this is what. I forgot. We did
Yeah.
talk about Infinity.
Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, just like
Not
like
much.
2 minutes.
So
And we get off topic, but you know that happens in podcasts. Let's be real.
No, this is what I was
It
quoting
makes
him.
them fun.
Exactly.
quoting
You
him.
don't know what you're talking
So
about.
people- So Evan, you've been a little bit quiet lately. So give me some of your input on this. Anything that just happened. Just get your word out there.
I mean, you want me to?
I want you to.
Oh,
We are in for a treat.
So- about what just happened, like the past 10, 15 minutes or so.
I want Evan's recap.
Well, first we started off pretty well, and then we went into a segue, to another segue, to another segue. Then we took a sharp left, and then we came back around, and now we're in a car crash.
Mom
We
just
rolled
said
over.
we're turning back.
And welcome to the rabbit
Did
hole.
you say
Yes.
you took a 3 in the morning?
Yes.
One more time and I'm turning this car around.
Listen,
do
if nobody starts
No
shuts
more
up right now,
Disneyland.
this car is getting turned around.
I
and
told
we're
you to
coming
use the restroom
Do it,
before we got
Do it.
I dare you.
back.
I dare you.
I'd
Turn
like
this car around.
I'd like to
Yeah,
get
this
back
is
on
the,
the
that's the first time I hit the table this episode. Have fun with that.
Objection.
John,
What's this?
Happy Veterans Day.
Today is Veterans
John
Day.
isn't a veteran,
I'm not a veteran.
but it's okay.
Yeah,
Wait.
this
She's saying veteran. You're saying veteran.
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 It's veteran.
I say
Veteran.
No, it's the veteran.
Today is Veterans Day.
Wait,
Actually, it's Armistice Day, so
Yes.
I win.
It's 11/11.
History
11,
major.
11, 11.
Hey, history major!
What are we clapping for?
What?
It's
Of what?
Armistice Day.
Of what
Armistice
war?
World War One, the Great
Correct.
War.
Correct.
The
The
war
Great
to end all wars.
War, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
failed.
the-
It
the-
failed miserably.
Can't wait for World War Five.
This episode is brought to you by Trench Warfare. Trench Warfare, the only warfare that should ever exist. No.
About Call of Duty
Does anybody
Modern
want to say the
Warfare.
Geneva
Alright.
Convention?
Ah, there we go.
We got this topic.
Yeah, so our final topic of the day is one of our favorite topics here to do. It's why.
Oh boy.
Okay. Our topic today for why is Disney. Why? Why are you picking up so many of our favorite things that we love, like Marvel or Star Wars?
Because
Okay.
they have money.
They have
So
money.
starting
I got
from
some heat coming.
starting
Fox.
from my right. Okay, Hannah, give me one Disney why. Why?
Why keep
Okay,
it?
Disney is buying up everything because it's the corporate machine and they're trying to own our lives.
They're trying to own
She
their
doesn't
life.
understand
So
what we're
would we call this
Yeah,
a
she
monopoly?
doesn't.
It's
What
a
do you-
monopoly of everything.
Well,
They
how is it okay?
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I think we
I
should
think
stick
No,
it. We
no,
should
Disney
stick.
ruined everything. Disney ruined the good Marvel comics.
No.
Should,
Now they're all
well,
garbage.
should a company like Disney have so much influence over our lives?
Yes.
Yes.
They own things
They do.
like ABC,
You ever heard of the
ESPN,
Have you ever heard
Star
of it?
Wars.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
they own Lucasfilms to be more specific.
To be
Lucasfilm.
specific. Yeah,
Lucasfilms.
Uh,
But
I'm still waiting for
But
the
there's
reboot
such
of,
an influence
Clone
over
Wars.
our lives. They own so many things.
I can't wait for Yoda to have his solo movie.
I know.
Oh,
seriously.
And
Yay.
I'm still waiting on.
Is it just him yodeling?
Kenobi. I'm still waiting.
Yodel.
That's coming out.
So,
I really
so
wanna see it.
Teddy,
Disappointed in you, Tim.
Teddy, what's one of the things that you'd like to say Disney why?
No, I'm totally fine with Disney.
No.
You're totally
All right, that's it, boys.
Skipping right over Teddy, Tim, what Disney why?
Okay, so I don't think Disney is a lie. I think thank you, Disney, because one, now they're buying major corporations so we can have crossover events such as Infinity War. So we can have Fantastic Four into the big saga with.
No.
And Star Wars with Avengers, right?
Hey, no, that's not what I'm talking about. No,
If I see Darth Vader like going at it with like Princess Peach or whatever. I'm sorry,
That's
Princess.
Nintendo.
Even better. Even better. Darth Vader versus Thanos.
Yeah, if I see Darth Vader versus like Cinderella.
Can he
or
just
something
use the
like that?
Force to take off the gauntlet?
Magneto.
So, hold on, but no, what I was getting to is
Yeah.
you could have the real what do they call it? The Avengers? I forget what it's called when they all cross over. Is it called the Avengers?
Avengers.
The real Infinity War? It's the real Infinity War. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I know what you're talking
So
about.
yeah,
The
okay. So
comics.
the actual Infinity War isn't just Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers. It's almost all of
Everybody,
the
yes,
Marvel.
everybody.
Yeah, it's
I love
everyone.
Like
the-
Fantastic
And-
Four,
That's my
X-Men.
favorite.
When Fantastic Four get into the mist, it gets interesting because you get everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
origin
this
story.
Disney why really turned into
Thank
thank
you.
you Disney because
No,
Tim
no,
is from
not
Tim
forever.
really likes
Oh,
Disney
no.
World.
Yeah, I
No,
no.
it's in Orlando, Florida.
Which is where he
which
lives.
is where he's
No, screw Disney World, Orlando,
All
Florida.
right, so continuing on, we have Evan. Evan, can you tell us Disney why?
Well, first, I'd like to take off. Thank you, Disney, for my childhood.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Lion King 1, Lion King 1.5.
Lion
Lion King
Donald
2.
Glover's gonna be Simba.
Yes.
In the live action one.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that.
Lion King deleted, you know,
Deleted.
Mufasa
Never
dead.
The only reason I would say Disney why is they're trying to turn everything into a monopoly so
Yeah.
they can just control everything.
And hey, I'm fine with
Hey,
that.
man.
But if you have the
Crazy
money to
power.
do it, then I don't see why you wouldn't do it anyways.
Honestly.
Walt Disney didn't.
Bringing in even more money.
Walt Disney's head is in the bottom of Disney
Walt
World in the
Disney
freezer.
didn't- Walt,
It's true.
Walt Disney didn't
It's
want
true.
this. He didn't want this.
Walt Disney's head is
He was,
frozen.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man was contracted for 5 movies with Marvel,
Really?
and then yes, from Sony, because
He's in jail.
he's in Civil War, he's in Homecoming, he's about to be in Far From Home, he's in Infinity War, so he's got one more movie, And then they're thinking about bringing Tom Holland Spider-Man over to the Venom universe, making their own universe out of that.
Back on topic.
No, don't got
Disney, why are you trying to control everybody? I want to know why you're buying up my sports, why you're buying up my news, why you're buying one of my favorite series of all time, Star Wars.
NEWS.
NEWS is how you spell news. We learned this in 5th grade.
That's a little late.
Listen, Chief, I'm a late bloomer. Okay.
He went to Catholic school.
I went to
guys
Catholic
never
school.
knew.
Hey, back.
Listen, Disney, I just want to know one thing. Can you just let Lucasfilms do their own thing, please, and stop trying to milk the dead cow? I'd really like to have a good Star Wars movie this time. Thank you.
No, they're gonna fix it because they just like. Okay.
No! No,
Only
they,
one of 2 scored this year.
They're gonna fix it.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. I'm a goalie.
So wait, yeah, our cameraman today is the goalie. He's the one that lets in the goals. So that's why we.
He didn't-
Actually, he doesn't get the chance
He
to
didn't-
play.
He
Third
runs the bench.
string.
Left bench.
Fourth string.
Second?
bench.
What about
Um,
that other guy?
What other guy?
Guys,
Who's
the
the red
soccer
one?
team. The soccer team is better than the football team.
Listen,
they went 0-10.
Everyone's better than the football team.
They went 0-10.
True. 0 and 10.
No, you
Football
can't.
team's
They're
hard
bad.
to be worse than.
Theo Collage.
Theo
Kaligi.
Kaligi.
Oh, that's right.
Levi. Disney why?
Segways.
That's not Disney why. Mine's Disney. I hate you with a burning passion.
Whoa.
So
Disney.
Disney, I hate you. This segment's called
Chiefs
Disney,
Club.
I hate you with a burning passion.
Ain't it?
Here, Chief.
Levi, tell us why you hate Disney with a burning passion.
So the Brothers Grimm fairy tale stories.
Yeah,
they
Those are
ruined
so
those.
dark.
They ruined those. The originals are always better with everything.
You
as
can't
the
show that to
originals
kids.
were called.
You can't.
Yeah,
you
they
know
were.
you
They were
can't.
made as kid stories back in the day. So yes.
Yeah, back in the day was also really messed up.
Back in the day where
No,
kids got
basically
eaten
the
by
world-
tigers.
No, the world just the world just wants kids to be let's see here, more pathetic. That's what they want. The real children back in the good days, they were great. So no, I hate Disney with burning passion. Just no.
Jameer,
They
Disney
ruined
why? Or
Well,
Disney thank
I'm
you.
gonna have a Disney
Feel that
thank you
anger.
for Kingdom Hearts. Everyone likes Kingdom
Final
Hearts.
I
Fantasy's
do
better.
like.
I know.
What?
Kingdom
I
Hearts
never
is
played
great.
it.
Never
I like
played.
Kingdom Hearts.
Never.
I
Kingdom
like
Hearts
watching
great.
people
Final
play
Fantasy's
Kingdom
better.
of Hearts. I
never
hate
played Final
video
Fantasy.
games, but I'll watch them.
Kingdom
what?
Hearts was good, I will say.
Just real quick,
You
I
said
wanna-
you hate video
I want to
games.
add
I can't
I want to
play
add a Disney thank you too.
I'm terrible.
I want to thank you for Disney Toontown.
Yes.
Anybody else play Toontown?
Yeah,
Toontown.
Toontown.
Toontown was my
Oh.
favorite video game.
That was the kid.
Didn't Disney do Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Yes.
Online. Pirates of the
Okay.
Caribbean.
Disney, thank you
yeah.
for some of the things. I hate you for the rest.
Club Penguin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's went too close, too soon.
No,
Brandon,
all the
there's a new one.
memes.
There's a
All
new
the
one.
memes.
No, the new
mobile.
one's not. No, the new
It's
one's
not
not.
available.
The new
Wait, is there a new one?
mobile only.
No,
Wait,
it's online.
on mobile.
No, it's on mobile.
No, you can get it on computer.
By cellular
Not worth
device.
it.
Is
Not
there a new
okay.
one?
Yeah.
Club Penguin 2.0 will never match up to Club Penguin.
Were they
1.0.
pop-
No, I don't know about you, but the secret agent
Club
missions.
Penguin.
Yes.
Dude,
Club
the
Penguin
card-
will
the
never
card
amount
ninja
to what
game.
Webkins was.
The card,
Webkins.
card
Yes.
issue.
Do you remember Webkins?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I never had it.
Webkins.
I own so many of them.
I had so many Webkins. They were all dogs.
Did
They had
Disney
like
do Pop Tropica?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's terrible. It is so bad. The old one's better.
Why?
So our final person for Disney Wide, Brandon, look at the camera and tell us Disney why, or thank you, because apparently we're not
Alright,
thank you
well,
this week.
I would have to say it would be more of a Disney thank you. Because they are trying to do, like Tim said, the crossovers. So, like, that would be a really good idea. That's my opinion. I don't really have much thought.
I want to say, Brandon. So you did a thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anything like one thing in particular that you'd say, Disney why?
No.
No?
Disney
No.
died.
Disney died.
You guys have Mickey Mouse coming out.
Hey,
You know?
Hey, you see Mickey Mouse on South Park?
Oh,
You don't play
no games.
Yes,
Hey,
play no
remember
games.
how I said originals are better? Original Mickey Mouse, better than newer garbage.
Talk about horrifying.
Okay. Excuse me, original Mickey Mouse actually had smoking.
Original
It was
Mickey Mouse was a
worth
rat.
watching.
Yeah, because everyone back then had lung cancer.
Rich is a rat.
Whoa.
Oh my
All right.
Anyway, so this week we had a great podcast. Tune in next week to talk about more funny stuff with the boys and maybe a special guest here or there. So signing off, my name's John, Brandon, Jameer, Levi, Ethan, Evan, Tim, and our special guest Hannah. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on episode 2. See you later, guys.